Hey, welcome back. Hope everybody is having a great Tuesday. And thank you so much for joining me talking all things Masters of the Universe. Today on the channel, guys, as you know, for the past couple of days, we've been revisiting He-Man and Skeletor in our collection. And to update it, because as you know, we've been, we've gotten some new versions of these two iconic figures in the Masters of the Universe, in the Origins line and the MasterVerse line. With the Origins line, of course, with the Turtles of Grayskull line and the cartoon collection, and hopefully with vintage, figures coming hopefully soon with the laser light powered versions of He-Man and Skeletor, which I do hope to see in the Origins line and the MasterVerse line. And of course, one big thing, we're going to be getting the Thundercats crossover coming very soon to the channel and to the collection within the future, within a year or so. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to update the review. All right, and we've looked at some amazing versions of He-Man and Skeletor in the Origins line, and there's still so many versions of He-Man and Skeletor out there in the Origins that we still didn't touch on, but we have looked at on the channel, like the battle armored versions, the Thunder Punch and the Dragon Blaster, and so forth and so on, and now we're gonna be looking at the Masters line, or of some new versions of He-Man and Skeletor that have come out. And I'm looking forward to, like I said, for newer versions of He-Man and Skeletor in the MasterVerse line, like the Origins line, because we know we are getting a battle-armored version of Skeletor in the collection, the MasterVerse line. But I'm still looking, hopefully, to get a Flying Fist He-Man as well. Even a Dragon Blaster Skeletor would be amazing, too, as well. All right? But, of course, if you are new to my channel or first time watching, I hope you will subscribe afterwards. I hope everyone hits that like button, and thank you so much for doing that. Hit that notification bell when you upload new videos, and please share this video who has a passion and a love for collecting all things of Masters of the Universe. Without further ado, let's take a look at some He-Man and Skeletor. And of course, what you see here, I had to bring out the OG, the first versions of He-Man and Skeletor in the Masters line here, the one that started it all for us collectors in this particular line. It's very cool and unique line here of the 7-inch figures here. So here they are. Here's old He-Man and Skeletor and part of Wave 1. And also, by doing this, you're going to see, like, I'm just going to turn the light on here. The lighting is really, really bad here. You can see how far we've come, or how far Mattel has come in the Origins, the MasterVerse line, as far as style and look of He-Man and Skeletor. All the variants of He-Man and Skeletor that have come out so far in the MasterVerse line. So there's Wave 1 He-Man right there. Comes with extra pairs of hands, his shield right there, and sword right here. So there he is. The great face sculpt right there. And believe it or not, I still need a loose version of this particular He-Man in my collection. I need to get on the ball here and get that. I can find him at a reasonable price online. And there, of course, is Wave 1 Skeletor. There he is. Extra pair of hands again. He's got the shaping staff right there, which is very unique because we have that particular item with Evil Lyn in the cartoon collection. All right, there's his version of his Havoc staff. Soft, good cape right there. All right, let's turn the side right here for some absolutely amazing artwork of these two iconic figures here, facing each other right here. Yeah, beautiful artwork as always. All right, of course, the back right here. There they are. Little bio of He-Man and Skeletor, of course. Part of Wave 1. Man, how many years is that now? Like 4 years now? That since, maybe 5 now? 4 or 5 years? That MasterVerse has, graced us with their presence. I think the same time as Origins, I think, right? Now, of course, I also had to bring out, for fun, the Virgo Abla tribute figures of these two iconic figures here in MasterVerse. So, I'm going to get He-Man here, and here's Skeletor. Of course, Virgo Abla, who was the creator, the artist, who helped create this line. Mattel Creations did a very small tribute line of these figures here. He-Man, Skeletor, Skelegod, and Battlecat. This is an artist who unfortunately passed away before he could see his creation come to life in toy form. So, of course, Mattel Creations did a tribute line of these particular figures. And it's the same exact figure as this, as He-Man. And there's Skeletor right there, next to his retail version. Same items, same everything. It's a tribute figure, with this flesh-colored skin tone right here, Skeletor, very unique. Same soft good cape, same shaping staff. There's his Havoc staff, same hands right there. It's all the same right there. Same with He-Man. There's this chocolate-covered power sword and shield and hands, but you got the Virgo Abla for both figures right here, and the word her for Skeletor and woman for He-Man, which I don't know what that's all about. I guess this is the studio he created the line from California right here. Alright. Came out in 2022. Wow. So probably part of the 40th anniversary version right here. Alright. Now moving right along. Now these next two versions of He-Man. And like I said in my Origins review of the updated versions, I just picked out some random versions of He-Man and Skeletor. The first ones I saw, because like I said, there's been so many versions, versions of He-Man and Skeletor in the Origins line and the MasterVerse line, But like I said, I'm looking forward to getting new versions as well. So these next two versions of He-Man and Skeletor, I just picked out. It's their New Adventures of He-Man line look right here. So we have New Adventures of He-Man and Skeletor right here. There they are. A line and I don't know, that's not, at least in my mind, not very popular because of the show. Didn't do so well. I don't know how your thoughts and feelings of this particular universe of He-Man and Skeletor. This was a pass, or he didn't prefer it. I didn't really prefer it. I didn't really care for it. I couldn't get into it, as far as trying to watch it. I tried to watch one episode and I just couldn't get into it. It wasn't for me, but still a very unique look of He-Man and Skeletor somewhat in space or in the future. And I do have loose versions of them, and I'll put them right next to each other, right there. There's He-Man and Skeletor. But I'll say this, I would rather have, Mattel give us a New Adventures of He-Man line and Origins over the Snake Man line, or even the CGI line, or, 2000X. So even though this is not my favorite version of He-Man and Skeletor, I would definitely, would not have a problem if Mattel announced, today that they're going to be doing a New Adventures of He-Man Origins line, for us collectors. I would be happy about that, and they're scrapping the Rise of the Snake Man and Snake Man line now. They're like done with it. I would have no problem with that at all. I mean, these are some very cool versions of He-Man. Not my favorite, like I said, but still very unique. Very cool. Futuristic versions of He-Man right there. Looks really, really cool. His power sword and shield right there. I get the ponytail in the back right there. Of course, the packaging has some more items with the helmet, and I think that's supposed to be like his battle armored chest plate, I think. Like I said, I'm not a fan, or I'm not really familiar with this universe of He-Man right here. Not, like I said, not the most popular version of He-Man for us collectors, but still, I mean, very, very cool. And of course, we got this version of He-Man in the Origins line as well, part of that 4-pack as well. So I'm hoping with this version of Skeletor, we get at least a retail version or a 4-pack of Skeletor figures that this version will represent in that pack right there. But look at it, very unique, very different take on Skeletor. It looks very creepy. I love the Havoc staff, by the way. It looks really, really good. A much bigger, taller version with the face sculpt right there, with the Skeletor compared to his Wave 1 version. Very unique right there. So I'm hoping, we did get Slushhead too, so we at least got 3 figures in the New Adventures of He-Man in the MasterVerse line, and I'm hoping for more figures from this particular line of He-Man in the MasterVerse line, and Origins too. All right, soft good cape right there, looks great. All right, let's go ahead and get these out of the way so we can take a look at the boxes as well. Right there. Nice shots right there of the 2 iconic figures in the New Adventures form right there. Alright. Now, my version of Skeletor packaging is the international packaging, because you can see with Skeletor, there's no bio. And this is very similar to that Tila figure I have. If you remember my review of Tila not too long ago on the channel, when we reviewed all the MasterVerse versions of Tila, that packaging, like this right here, has no bio. There's no anything right here on top right here for Skeletor, like Tila. And of course, there's He-Man with his bio, the Galactic Protector right there. By the power of Eternia. There he is. So let me know in the comments below if you want. What was your thoughts and feelings? What did you think about the new Adventures of He-Man line or show? Did you like that show? Did you buy the figures when they came out? I mean, if, like I said, if Origin or Mattel came out today and said, we're going to start our new Adventures of He-Man line, like the cartoon collection, what would be your thoughts on that? Would it be a yes or I don't know, depends on the figures, or I might get them, but depending on the figure or stuff like that. So let me know in the comments below your thoughts and feelings if Mattel came out today and decided to give us a new Adventures of He-Man line of Origins figures, or we continue with this with MasterVerse line. Would that be a yes or a no, or I just gotta wait and see. I only like certain figures of this universe. All right, now we're gonna get on to some new figures that just came out within the year. We're gonna start off with the Revolution line of He-Man and Skeletor. We just got these not too long ago within the year. We got the Battle Armored version of He-Man the second time around. Of course, we know we did get a new Eternia version of He-Man from Battle Armored version, and so this is the second time around to getting a Battle Armored version of He-Man. Of course, like I said, we are getting that Battle Armored Skeletor very soon that we can, add into the collection with the same style of He-Man with the Battle Armored look right there. Would of course be Skeletor, and I do have my loose versions of him and Skeletor being that cybernetic version of Skeletor, a very, very unique version of Skeletor, I gotta say. Very cool. I love the Havoc Staff being infused in his hand right here, part of his arm for the technology. The face sculpt looks great. I just wish that the hood was a soft, good hood, and it would be more flexible. But still, very cool version of Skeletor right here that we got. And we got these mechanical legs right here. The cybernetic version of him right there. It's great. Of course, there's Battle Armor He-Man. Now, I didn't really care for the face sculpt on this version of He-Man here. It looks okay, but I do prefer the 40th anniversary version of He-Man. And that's another thing. That's another thing that, Mattel, I hope they will give us, but I don't know. Because we did get that 40th anniversary version, of He-Man, that Filmation style version of He-Man for us collectors. But we never in single card form and that 2-pack. If you remember that double pack of He-Man Skeletor, for the 40th anniversary celebration, we got that 2-pack of He-Man Skeletor, which is absolutely amazing. But we got that single carded version of He-Man in the 40th anniversary. But we never got a Skeletor. And that's something that I hope Mattel will fix. Because that's a big missed opportunity. Getting a single carded version of Skeletor in his 40th anniversary Filmation style look for us collectors. I hope they would, give us that. I hope, But we have to wait and see, basically. But I use the 40th anniversary head sculpt because to me, this is probably the best head sculpt that Mattel has given us for He-Man. Like, every version of He-Man that we've gotten in the Masters line is different. They cannot decide on that one perfect head sculpt for He-Man. It's always different. And even the next figures I'm going to show you is no different. And so I think the 40th anniversary head sculpt for He-Man is the best head sculpt that Mattel has created for the Masters line. And so I hope, I wish they would stick with that, as far as He-Man. And the same thing with Skeletor, too. They've have not found that perfect head sculpt for us collectors, for Skeletor and He-Man, you know. So I'm hoping, you know, if we get that 40th anniversary version of Skeletor, that, you know, they'll use that template, you know, in this version. I really hope they do that. I wish they could do that, you know, because I think, like I said, they're probably this is probably the best version or head sculpt in my mind. This is my opinion, of course. You know, your opinion is going to be different, but in my opinion, I think this head sculpt right here is the best head sculpt. I know I'm going off here, everybody, and I apologize, but, you know, as far as head sculpts are concerned, and for the 40th anniversary of He-Man, which is amazing, the single carded version and that double pack version that we got from, you know, Mattel Creations or in San Diego Comic-Con for the 40th anniversary, you know, and Skeletor looked great too. That face sculpt that we got with Skeletor looked amazing, and, you know, at some point I will revisit that 2-pack as well, you know, with you guys to look at. In fact, it's right, it's behind my throne room right there. That right there is that double pack right there. All right. So I apologize, everybody. I know I'm going off here. I'm sorry about that. So I'm just looking like that's another another opportunity, you know, that Mattel could give us another great version of Skeletor, you know, because how popular the cartoon collection is, nailing the origins line, you know, for us collectors, giving us a 40th anniversary Filmation style Skeletor in the MasterVerse line would be amazing, you know, because I mean they did it with He-Man. Let's do it for Skeletor. You know, so that would be another version of Skeletor I would definitely love to have in the collection. All right, but we have two iconic versions of He-Man and Skeletor in the Revelation show right there. Some very different styles right there. There you go. All right, look at the packaging. All right, we have some, of course, amazing artwork right there of these two. So there they are. All right, very, very cool. These are part of the Revolution show now. All right, back around. You know, another version of He-Man I would love to, you know, get is if you watch the Revolution show, when he helps Teela, you know, get that extra power that she needed to spoiler alert, but I'm hopefully you guys have seen the Revolution show by now. Used his, you know, by the power of Grayskull to help Teela, you know, get that extra power that she needed to recreate the heavens of Eternia, and he transformed into that really cool version of the CGI version of He-Man. He looked absolutely amazing with her as well. I mean, getting that version of He-Man would be absolutely amazing. And I feel like at some point down the road, we might get that version as well. I mean, it's He-Man. I mean, there's so many iconic versions of He-Man and Skeletor. So I have no doubt you know, that we will get that version. I don't know what you would call that version. The overpowered, the King Grayskull or King He-Man version of the MasterVerse, you know, from that show Revolution. Yeah, I hope you know what I'm talking about. Is that scene, like I said, Teela was using, who needed the extra power to recreate the heavens, and so he used, you know, Adam went up there and he called down the power of Grayskull, and they transformed together to really create these really cool iconic looks of these two iconic figures of Teela and He-Man. And that version of He-Man, it's almost, you know, it paid tribute to the CGI line, you know, with that chest plate, you know, with that. So, and I thought that was really cool, and I bet half of you guys are like, "What are you talking about?" Like, and I probably lost half of you guys, and if I did, I apologize. But yeah, so that version of He-Man, I would definitely love to get in the MasterVerse line. All right, so rewatch the Revolution show. You know what I'm talking about. All right, but there's the background. I apologize for going off like that, guys. I just love talking with you guys. That's all. There's He-Man with some Shadow Beast right there. That'd be kind of cool too to get some Shadow Beast figures in the collection as an army. Skeletor. There's Snake Mountain in the background. All right. And finally, guys, this is it. Right here. We're gonna look at the next two versions of He-Man Skeletor. My latest versions of He-Man Skeletor. Right here. So we have from the new Eternia line. Alright. We have Thunder Punch, He-Man, and Skeletor. More of that Lords of Power look. Which I do have. There they are. There's old Thunder Punch. And as you can see, the face sculpt is very different from his battle armored look. And we have Skeletor here. There he is. The Lord of Destruction. Oh, I think he's going to fall over. Hang on. We can get him kneeling right there. He's got the articulated mouth right there. He's got that vibe of the Lords of Power look right there with the chest plate right there with the cape right here. Now, this version of Skeletor, if you're not familiar, like, where is this from? This is from that throne, okay? The light-up throne that we just reviewed on the channel right here. So I can turn on the light here. So there they are. Pretty cool. And I found something, too, in my original review on the throne room here. To turn it off, you just got to hold down the button for a few seconds, and it shuts off automatically right there. So, but every time you press the button, it should change color basically. So blue to green to purple, and when we hold it down, it shuts off. Okay, little update on that as well. All right, but back to these two amazing versions of He-Man, Skeletor. From the new Eternia look, we have Thunder Punch He-Man. Looks absolutely amazing. There he is, the sword right there, the shield, and I like the iconic, pop, devices that they put into the figures here. Because you remember in the original '80s versions, and when you snap, you have that snapping effect, that popping effect, and I like the fact that the MasterVerse line did that for us collectors, right there. So there's a Thunder Punch He-Man. Very cool. And of course, we have Throne Room Skeletor. He's really cool. I mean, the articulated mouth right there. The cape looks great. I even fixed my hood. I had the hood. If you remember my original review on him, I had the hood all goofed up because I had it on backwards. So I fixed it. But soft, good cape comes with his own version of the Havoc staff. And I like the fact that in that packaging, it came in a box like this for us collectors. It looks amazing. It looks great. I love the throne room look right there in the background right there. It looks creepy. It looks sinister. Like pure evil right there. I like the back metal, Havoc staff right there. It looks awesome as always. There's the glamour shots of these two iconic, once again, figures in the MasterVerse line. These are the latest versions of He-Man and Skeletor for the MasterVerse line. Very cool. But of course, I'm looking for more to come out. These two iconic figures, and I love that backdrop right there. That artwork of Skeletor on his throne looks absolutely gorgeous right there. Throne room is amazing. I recommend getting it. And like I said in my original review of that throne, you can put anybody on that throne. You can put Hordak on there. You can put King Hiss if you want to. Anybody you can put. If we got an anti-Eternia He-Man, from MasterVerse, I would put him there. There's so many different variants of Skeletor you can use. Hordak as well. I mean, you name it. I mean, that is a very cool playset, I gotta say. But there you go, guys. There's a look at the updated versions of He-Man, Skeletor. All right. Thank you for joining me today, guys. As always, me talking about all things Master Universe and He-Man, Skeletor. All right. So once again, I'd like to take the time now to, of course, thank my subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. And tomorrow, I think I never did this before. As far as, we're still looking at He-Man and Skeletor. But I'm going to show you, for the most part, every version of He-Man and Skeletor in the CGI line. I don't think I ever did that. I think if I did, it must have been a long time ago. But we're going to look at every version, of He-Man and Skeletor in the CGI line tomorrow. All right? All right. So once again, guys, thank you for joining me, guys. All right? All right. So I hope you guys have a great Tuesday. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Take care. And have a good one, everybody.